Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Blue Jays Today, folks, where today we have obviously got to talk about that weekend series that did not go according to plan. All in all, last week the Toronto Blue Jays went 2-4. I had to like double take in my brain on that one first. I knew it was bad, but like 2-4 at home. I said leading into last week that it was going to be a tough week and you were going to be up against tough competition. That wasn't what we needed to see, though. I mean, 3-3 was the bare minimum at home. And frankly, to really get this season back on track, those weeks at home against division rivals, I know Phillies aren't division rivals, but the Yankees at least, those have to be 4-2 weeks to get back into above 500 winning record. We're going to talk about it because I think a lot of people are really starting to feel the frustration right now. I mean, it is June 15th. Vladdy's got 3 homers. We're 4 games below 500. We can't claw out of this hole. The frustration is real, everybody. Who are we pointing the finger at? And can we actually figure something out? Like, is this season done and dusted, or will they claw out of this hole? Hit the like, smash the subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And you know it's a bad time in Blue Jay land when you got immediately in the chat people saying, fire John, right? And that's something we're going to talk about, of course, in this podcast. But it's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not that good, like, at all right now. And they're entering a stretch coming up where it could decide the entire Blue Jays season. Like, and I'm not just trying to be dramatic. There's a bunch of teams coming up that you should beat based on their play this year. They're not good teams, and if you want to be a good team, you got to beat them. Because now other teams are looking at us like, oh, we got to beat the Blue Jays. They're not a good team right now. You cannot be that if you want to go to the postseason. And this stretch coming up, and we'll look at the calendar, we'll look at everything. It's very, very important. And honestly, if they don't figure it out by Canada Day, because that's coming. That's when they got real hot last year. They don't figure it out by Canada Day. I'm ready to hit the panic button. I'm ready to order it.
It's getting close.
I'm honestly kind of surprised we didn't order it already. But honestly, if it's July and we're still below 500, I'm getting very close to smashing. Well, depends on how far low we are.
I'll tell you what, man. You're not the only one here. Listen to this stretch by the chat here.
Oh, boy.
It goes, I'm panicking. This team is cooked. This is all different people. Boston's going to sweep us. No offense. Good morning, everyone. Ben Rice and Goldie say shut the F up. Fire John. Seriously, we need a real coach. This team needs another star player. I have no confidence in this team. Fire John. I mean, like, I think that's...
You let it all out, everyone.
I feel like that right there, though, is pretty, honest and truthful to what the Blue Jays community, for the most part, is feeling right now. And whilst I don't agree with all of that, I don't think it's time to fire John yet. We're going to talk about John Schneider a little bit later in this one. The frustration is real. And yeah, Yankees own y'all. They did this weekend, right? I'll be the biggest man, and I'll say it right now, right? They did this weekend. Yesterday's ball game, holy crap. You want to talk about frustrating, folks. Tie game, but 3-3 going into the 9th, and then just absolute collapse.
Yes.
And people were talking about the Ben Rice homer. Why didn't we walk Ben Rice? We should have walked Ben Rice. You're right. We probably should have. I would love to point my finger at John Schneider and say that he should have walked him. He wasn't even in the dugout at this point because he already got ejected at that point.
Yeah.
So it's, you know what I mean? It's like it's just ridiculousness. Ben Rice homers in the 9th. The floodgates open up, and this is something recently. We don't have any, visual aids to this or any real statistics, but something that I've noticed recently is that some of the better arms in the bullpen, because I was on Fisher. That was on Brain Fisher,
that was
right?
First real bad game.
First real bad game. Varland's had a couple real bad ones recently. Now, he's got so much money in the bank. I'm not mad at the guy, right? He is still the best closer in baseball, and I believe in him wholeheartedly. But we are, like, let's call a spade a spade. We are overusing the crap out of Varland and Fisher and Rod, like those guys. Rodgers is okay because he's always done this. Like that's in his bag. That's why I was so happy that we signed him, because like he can get used every other game. But some of these other guys, like you know, I wouldn't be shocked if you start to see another shoe drop a little bit, because like their arms have got to be tired at this point.
I mean, there's a lot of guys up there amongst innings leaders in all of baseball, and when the offense isn't performing, and they're so inconsistent to this point. We got stats to back that up. When they're not performing and they still haven't found their potential and unlocked what they've done last year into this year, you're going to have some honesty coming from the bullpen. Oh, we're actually not, perfect and going to hold the Yankees here to the 3-3 lead and hopefully give you guys a chance to win it. They're going to make mistakes, and they've been great all year. Like, I've been loving the bullpen, but then yeah, you're right. There is going to be the time when the Varland gives up, 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs this week, and then Fisher's going to have a blow-up game. When you're not perfect on your end and then the pitching goes away, that's a bad team. Like, you need to have one half of your team put up consistent numbers day in and day out, and that's the offense. And they're not doing it, and you're seeing the other shoe drop right now.
Yeah, well, let's face it, we were relying too much on a handful of guys, like just trying to keep it all together. Yep. Like, it feels like you're in a ship, and like you're seeing like leaks kind of like slowly like push out, and there's a couple boards that are like just doing all the work and holding it together. Yeah, but if that board goes, like, we're fucking sinking, chat.
Think about the boards, right? Like, Louis Varland is a pretty dang good board, but like, is he a point? Earlier this week, a point 3.0 ERA guy.
Yeah, like, no, but nobody is, right? Nobody no one is in MLB.
So of course he's going to leak a little bit. And as much as I like this offense, and there's a lot of guys doing pretty good this year, like, are some of these guys that are, I don't know, are performing really well, are they going to keep doing that well when the league makes an adjustment to them? I'm talking about Pinango, I'm talking about Valenzuela, because those adjustments we haven't seen yet. They're going to come, and when those adjustments come, who's going to be there to back them up?
Yeah,
who's going to be there to support them?
It is a little unrealistic to be expecting what we are currently expecting from some of the guys that are delivering it. Now, you just said, as much as I like this offense, I'll tell you what, I love this offense when it's, nobody's on base and the lights aren't bright at all. I love this offense when that's the case. I fucking hate this offense whenever there is any moment in time where there's a chance to score a run. It's like they see the guy out there at second base and they go fucking bonkers, man. Look at these numbers, chat. This is the difference between 2025 and 2026. Yeah. Now, I'm under the impression that this is the whole season of 2025, and some people out there will say, well, Nick, in July and August, that's really when the Blue Jays team, offensively speaking, really started kicking into high gear. Sure, that's fair, right? So those numbers are being propped up a little bit by some of the late season surges, but that team last year, they weren't this bad up until this point. We are 30th in OPS when you have runners in scoring position. That's the worst. That's the worst in all of MLB, right? That's how do you go from being 1 and 2 and 3 in some of the key important categories to arguably the worst when it comes to runners in scoring position.
And we saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of that on Saturday when we were live on YouTube. Do you remember that situation against Fernando Cruz when he just walked 3 guys into scoring position?
Giving us the game. And I get it. It's Charles McAdoo. I'm not picking on him because he's literally a rookie, and like, I'm not blaming Charles McAdoo at all, but it's this consistent amongst every guys. All the guys. I'm just using him as an example. He expanded the zone, started chasing upstairs, and then hit a ball in play that was just uncompetitive, and we just lost the opportunity. We could have just walked ourselves in that inning if we really wanted to, but we gave it up, and it's consistent amongst all the guys, and you can clearly see right there. So, like, it's not one dude. And you look at the stats, too. You look across the board, and you're like, okay, who's the guy that's really anchoring us down and so deep into these, like, terrible numbers? It's all the guys. Everyone,
They're all just performing slightly below average than their current regular season average when there isn't guys in scoring position. So it's a team-wide philosophy problem. And honestly, I started to realize this. I just wrote a video room that's coming out tomorrow. I'm realizing this. I think they're trying so freaking hard to recreate and keep the magic alive from last year. It feels like every single person is trying to keep the magic alive. The guys that played on this team last year, I'm talking about Vlad, I'm talking about Springer, I'm talking about a lot of guys. They're just trying a little bit too much in these moments to recapture that magic. And when you try a little bit too much and you're just trying to, and you're putting the pressure on yourself rather than the pitcher with runner scoring position, that's the result that's going to happen.
No results.
Exactly.
Limited results, right? And I think maybe the craziest part for me, too, is that this Blue Jays lineup, you could actually make an argument, a justifiable argument, that it is a deeper lineup than we had last year. And what I mean by that is that just in terms of the overall, like, good hitters on the team, we have a ton of them. You look up and down our Fangraphs roster, you look that up, it is just a ton of 700, mid-700 OPS individuals right there on this ball team, right? There's so many of them. And they're not even putting Valenzuela in this lineup either, right? He's on the bench. He's got a high 700 OPS. I tweeted this out today, folks. The Toronto Blue Jays, they have 7 players with an OPS of 750 or higher. They don't have a single one above 800, right? Yeah. So the depth on this team is incredible. The lack of a superstar, not even just a superstar, just like a really like a good player. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm not talking. Yeah, I don't need superstar levels here. Like superstar, we're talking 900 or plus here, right? I'm talking about a strong, like really solid individual. We were looking at the White Sox today. They got like 4 800 OPS hitters. That's the White Sox, and these are Randall Grichuk's got an 850 OPS on the season. How you know what I'm saying? We don't have a single one like that. I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know. And well, actually I kind of do. Who are the guys that were above 800 OPS last year? Do you know the guys on the team that were above?
I know every single one of them.
Yeah.
It would have been Dalton Varsho for half the season, right? And he's been kind of on and off with injuries. He's injured right now, so that sucks. When he's been on the field, I feel like he's been pretty good this year, but hasn't had enough of sample size to really get cooking. It was Bo Bichette, who we're going to talk about later. He might do something ridiculous with his contract. I don't think he will, but he was over 800. Then it was George, who was like close to 1,000, and then it was Vladdy, and I think that might have been all of them.
That's all of them.
Yeah. So and so you don't have Vladdy, you don't have Springer, which has been arguably maybe the biggest problem this whole season is the lack, like the difference between those two guys from what they did last year to what they're doing this year, huge. Just like a massive drop off. You obviously don't have Bo, and then the other guy is Varsho, and he's injured.
Yep.
So,
and Varsho's. We were hoping that Varsho was gonna continue what he did last year, but if he reverted back to what he did, no one would blink an hour.
Out of the 4 of them, he was like, the one that I was like, okay, like if you can, awesome, but like I'm not gonna count on it.
You're expecting the other two to at least do it. I know George, you can maybe make an argument. People are like, oh, there's regression, but you're hoping that the regression wouldn't be this bad. You know what I mean?
I was saying that the regression was hopefully going to be kind of roughly what some of these individuals are doing. Like if his regression was, kind of where Jesus Sanchez is right now, or his, like even just like a low 800 OPS. That's kind of what we were thinking, right? And that would be a sizable regression, because let's not forget, folks, we're talking about an individual right here that I believe it was a 959 OPS that he had last year. Like, it was really, really good. It was really, really good. And I know that, now in hindsight's 2020, and we're like, oh, geez, or George is old. Like, how did we ever expect this from him? Well, he did it last year, right? We watched it happen. Also, and it wasn't just like 1 month where he was good. He was good the whole fucking year. He was good the entire, even when the team was bad, he was good. And we were like, wait, in April, we were like, is this actually happening? And it was. It was for real. So, yeah, like his drop-off has been just so major. And then, of course, I mean, we talk about him every freaking Blue Jays Today show, but like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that is a massive problem. Like to sign the extension that you signed, I'm actually getting pretty angry about this now. Like, $500 million, like you get a lot of grace because, like, for me, you get a lot of grace period because you're Vladdy and you've done it for us for time and time again. This is ridiculous. Like, this is, and then you come out and you're like, oh, when I get hot, I'll get hot. Like, come on, like, no, dude, like, no, like, I need you to get dialed. Like, why does that comment to me sounds like we're just like, lackluster, like we don't like it'll happen when it happens.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Okay, well, you know what? Like, it might fucking happen in 2027 at this rate. Like, it's got to happen yesterday, man.
Yeah, and I again, like, it's becoming so clear what the problem is. Again, you brought it up right there. We don't have any stars that are really going to win us games. It's a collection of guys that are going to win us games. That's Vladdy. And at the end of the day, you're paying him to be the star to win you games. And he's not winning you any games. He's not even in the lineup this week, and he's got a sore back. And hopefully he should be good to go.
Which, of course, that's not his fault.
Not
right?
his fault, of course.
Can't get angry about that. But.
Of course, but again, he's not doing anything for us. And honestly, the pressure is on right now. Because, again, we have limited time left in this season. We're 4 games below 500. You're not helping us, win any games. I don't even know what the hell's going on with the lineup nowadays. Genuinely, when I look at the lineup, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's just a random slot machine. Genuinely, I don't know if we could put Vlad third. I don't know if we could put him leadoff. I don't know if we could put him sixth. I don't like him literally anywhere.
No.
And you got all these guys just fucking all over the place trying to find some magic, and it's not there. Even John Schneider's scrambling, trying to find some fucking magic.
Yeah, and I to John Schneider's credit, this is a tough one, right? It doesn't often happen that your 2 best hitters from last year become your 2 worst. That's just think about how weird that is, right? Your 2 best hitters from last season, the reasons that you went to the 2 biggest reasons you went to the World Series last year were Vladdy and Springer.
Yep.
That was they did it. If we didn't have them, we probably weren't even a playoff team, guys. Let's be honest, right? Those were the guys that took us to the World Series. They're ghost mode this season. It'd be as if Ohtani and Freddie Freeman vanished, right? And Dave Roberts on the Dodgers, what do you do? Do you start batting Ohtani 7 and Freeman 8? You're that sounds crazy to us. That's what John Schneider's going through right now. So I will give him I guess just a little bit of benefit of the doubt. This is kind of unheard of. This doesn't happen. There's obviously going to be variables and just a variance in terms of, year-to-year production. But this type of variance, this shouldn't happen. Your best hitters going from your best to being your worst.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Now, let's take a little bit of a breather right here, everybody, because before we get into some more things in this show, let's give a little bit of a shout out here to a new sponsor coming on this week. It's Men's Health Week here on in general, but we're celebrating it here on Blue Jays today. So shout out to Movember. This is Men's Health Week and Father's Day. Take one simple step for your health, because caring for yourself today means more time, more memories, and more milestones. Healthy fathers help build healthier families. Get more time with the ones that matter most. Learn more at Movember.com. I felt like we actually needed a little bit of a reminder right there to keep ourselves healthy.
Well, and you know what? And hopefully, ultimately, we need Vladdy to get healthy. Okay,
yes,
Varsho's got to get healthy. Shane Bieber's got to get healthy. Addison Barsher, screw it, bring him. Let's go. Let's get some new faces in here, right? I mean, Kirk's doing it. Maybe Barsher can do it as well. That's honestly very important message. I'm really happy that they're on with the gentleman right now. So shout out to Men's Health Week, Father's Day, and Movember as well. It don't have to just be a November thing.
Yes.
This is we got to stay healthy 12 months out of the year, not just one, right? So so keep that in mind, everybody. Let's take a look at the standings real quick, guys, just to remind ourselves where we're at right now. It sucks. 34 and 38. In terms of the division's done. We lost the division.
Right.
Not it's over, right? I think we can say that.
Yeah, we're not going.
It's I've kind of been out of it for a while, but now it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
It's wild card or bust at this point of the season, and same thing that we've been saying all season long. Very thankful the American League is as weak as they are. If we were in the National League, I think the season's done.
Oh, it's way over.
I think the season's actually where would we be in the National League?
Oh, God.
Just out of pure curiosity. So 34 and 38.
Yeah, 34 and 38. We would, oh, Lord, have mercy,
over.
We'd be behind the Pirates.
Season's done. Season's finished at that point.
Yeah.
We're packing it in. Yeah. So we're very thankful that we're in the American League this year, and of course not the National League, because they are significantly better than us. So we're still in the race for a wild card, but obviously things have got to get so much better. And then it does beg the question, too. It's with the team how it is right now, I mean, if they make playoffs, it's a one and done. It's a 2022 experience. It's a 2023 experience all over again.
Maybe you could argue that if they do make playoffs, they have to get hot at the right time.
Maybe, right? Like, that's the only thing that you can really hold on to is that you'd hope that if they're making playoffs, that means that they're playing better than they are right now. But if this team, somehow finds a way to squeak in because the American League is just as inept as they are, I don't see us going. I don't see us doing any match. Like, we got, like, if we're trying to win a World Series, we got to be like so much better than how we're playing right now. So
and yeah, it's just, again, like, you can only hope for like us getting hot at the right time, and we're still a game and a half out of a wild card, so that's keeping us in it. But again, if we're talking World Series caliber, we're not even fighting for the division. How can we be World Series caliber?
Realistically,
World Series caliber.
Yeah, like I think about the American League right now, and I mean, like, I got to give it to the Yankees. Like, they're, they did beat us. They don't have Aaron Judge. They don't have Stanton, right? They don't have Max Fried either, right? So and they beat us at our home ballpark. So good team this year. I have to give them. They're probably World Series caliber. I mean the Rays are playing World Series caliber. I don't think they will because it's the Rays, and I just don't see them doing that. Seattle's also World Series caliber. That's probably it from the American League, though.
Yeah, no one even touched.
Like, it's Yankees and it's Mariners. And then maybe Tampa Bay, and then a pretty significant fall off after that, and then it's all National League.
Yeah, and unless someone gets as hot as the Jays did, no one's gonna stand a chance against whoever's in the NL in the World Series.
Probably not. Yeah,
like genuinely, they are so much better in the NL. Like, think about that. Why is the NL so much better in terms of their records than the AL? It's because whenever they have interleague games, they're beating them.
They beat the shit out of us.
So that's why they're all better.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, we're going 500 against each other, and then they come in and they just dummy us.
Yeah, we lost to the fucking Rockies.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Happened.
Like, the Rockies.
That's actually that's a ludicrous. Like, that might be. There's been a lot of crazy stats. That might be the single most ridiculous one that happened.
Yeah, I know, right? Just a reminder, everybody. That was very early on in the year, and that's when we kind of realized, something's
not right. Something's not okay right now. That should have been the first sign.
Right, correct. Now, really quickly, Fangraphs has us at a 39.3% chance to even make the playoffs this year, and honestly,
right, yeah.
That does feel about right, and I'm bringing this bad boy back out. It is the panic meter. I think the last time I brought it out, I was down to like a 2 or a 3. Like, it really fell down for me because we went on a nice stretch.
We got back. Remember when we got back to 500?
Yeah, that's when I was I think it was around there.
It was like 2 Think about that, chat. It was 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago? Something like that. That we got back to 500. And now we're back to 4 games below. Yep. Like, I said that I would love it, actually, if somebody can do this for me and figure this out. It would take a long time to figure it out. But how many different times have the Toronto Blue Jays been 3 games below 500?
Oh, it's got to be a lot.
It's been a lot.
I feel like 3 games below 500 is where we've been sitting all year long.
Yeah. Like, we keep it's like we'll go like we're the lowest of lows. I think it was 6 games below 500, and then the highest of highs we were at 500.
Yeah.
And it's like we've just kind of like been going back and forth and back and forth, and we just keep going on this. Like, we win a series, we lose a series, and it's always like you hit the 3-game mark and then you go to 4, and then we win a series and we're back to 2, and then and it's like we just keep doing this type of thing. So if somebody figure it out how many times we've been at 3 games separately below 500. I'm just guesstimating at least 10.
Yeah, it's got to feel like 10.
Like, at least 10.
Back and forth.
That's what it's been, man. It's been so many different times.
Yeah. Well, we got My Panic is at 9 by Andy Central. I'm throwing, honestly, My Panic skyrocketed after we lost that series to the Yankees. Like, it has gone up. So I'm at a 7.5 right now. I feel like this is the highest I've ever been. It's because we're running out of time. May, we had to be back to 500. That's when it was. It was May. Remember, it was like right at May.
Right. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
And we made it.
And we made it.
And then 2 weeks later, we're back to 4 games.
We're back to 4 games.
It's like all the work that happened in May, gone.
So if they don't figure it out soon, guys. Yeah, I'm hitting a 10, and honestly, when I'm at 10, that's when panic button's being hit. So I'm at 7.5 right now. What about you?
I mean, look, if in terms of like, if this meter is panic for them to win the World Series, like I'm right there. Like I like I'll be honest, like we're not.
This isn't the year.
You know, yeah, like I'm not seeing anything that makes me feel. If this is like make the playoffs, like. I mean, the American League is so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I'm probably like maybe like a 6.5. You know, like I still think like it's so out in the open. It's so doable. I genuinely think this team is probably gonna find a way to squeak into playoffs, and then I think we're gonna get stomped. Like that's where my brain is going right now. That's not what I want though. That's not the goal. That's not the mission. That's not what we were, hoping for and thinking in preseason. Like, oh, let's squeak in the playoffs and then get stomped by the White Sox.
No, we thought let's get back to the World Series commandedly.
Yeah. So I guess like somewhere like right around there is kind of where I'm at right now. It's not a great place.
No.
And yeah, like the fact that it is. Like, there's just so many things that are that you shake your head at and you go, what is happening? And June 15th, I think the crazy stat's got to be Vlad 3 home runs, right?
Oh, I know, of course, yeah. The fact that he's on pace for 7.
It's going down, right?
Yeah, like I think it's 7.
A couple weeks ago, it was 8, and then it was like 7.5. So probably right at 7 at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of things you could shake your head at, and nothing feels comfortable or confident. Like I genuinely am losing my confidence every single day, just like it looks like the Blue Jays are, man. Because it just feels like the guys that are doing it are feeling the pressure now. Like Varland, like I wonder if Varland feels the pressure. Like I got to go out here and be perfect all the time now.
Well, remember when we spoke to Mark Shapiro, and he said like that's a real thing, right? Like the pitchers. Like they feel like, and he was saying it's like we just got to get a couple games to take their pressure off, and that's when we were joking around saying like drop double digits a couple times because like the pressure that those pitchers have to feel every time, it's like you aren't allowed any type of fuck up. No. Whereas like these bats, like these guys, like they're screwing up 5 times a game. That's not even possible, and they're finding a way to do it. It's they're all doing it so many times. But you need to be perfect, and if you're not perfect, then we lose the ball game. And that's
what we saw.
That's what we saw, right?
I mean, now Patrick Corbin's coming back to reality, right?
I know.
A little bit.
I know he is. Yeah. It was bound to happen eventually.
Of course, it was. It's bound to happen. But like now that guy's not perfect, we were relying on him. He's like the duct tape to the ship sinking.
Sure.
And then the duct tape just flew off. It's like, let's be realistic here. Patrick Corbin was never going to be a solid plank to fill up the hole.
No.
He was always a duct tape for the time being, and now
and then you needed to get something else in there plank. to reinforce that, right? And we still haven't done that. And I really don't blame Patrick Corbin at all. No. Really, like this isn't his bad. Like he's still doing enough. Like at the end of the day, like yesterday, for instance, what was it? It was like 3.2.
Yeah, like I got it right here. Like
forget exactly. I forget what his line was. It wasn't great. It was
3.2 with 2 earned runs. Yeah, okay. He can't last into the. He can't get into the 5th.
Yeah, okay. That you're right. I was trying to give him benefit of that. That's really not that great.
No, and that's 3 games in a row now where it hasn't been a good outing from Corbin. And I mean, I know you made a video on it, like kind of piggybacking like him and Scherzer.
Oh, I think that's the answer.
They might need to do that once they get Bieber
because
back.
I'm going to post a short tomorrow morning, guys. So, really, the question now is, well, when Bieber comes back, 'cause he's making one more start, and then they're probably going to bring him up. Who do you cut? You let me know in the chat. What do you think? Everybody is thinking it's Max Scherzer, but Patrick Corbin has also hit a bump in the road right now. I'm thinking best solution here is hold on to both of them and do what Seattle did, and it's maybe it's 3 innings from Corbin and then it's 3 innings from Scherzer, and if they can go any longer than that, awesome. If not, no worries. We can go to the bullpen. That's still 6 innings of work right there. Hopefully, you can save your bullpen a little bit by doing that, and maybe that unlocks something for the guys. Well, I don't know.
We'll have to see. I want to bring this up right here before we crown the J of the week. I want to look at their schedule remaining for the month of June. When we flash over here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we've got 5 series left. One of them kind of leaks into July for Canada Day against the Mets, but you got 5 series left. Boston and Cubs on the road. Then you have another long homestand, Houston, Texas, and then you've got the Mets. So you've got, some teams in there that aren't doing that great. Obviously Boston, Texas, Houston, Mets, they're not doing that great right now. and you got to capitalize. And for me, just kind of keeping it into simple terms, that's 5 series. One of them's a 4-game series. If you win 2 out of 3 games in the 3-game series, and then you split that series against the Rangers 2-2, simple math, you'll be 4 games above 500 from this point on. You'll be back to 500.
What was that? That's 10-6.
That's a 10-6 record. You're back to 500. They need to do that. Like they need to. If you start dipping still even lower, and you're still around this 500 level for the next stretch, and you're still 4 games below 500.
Yeah,
like that's panic time for me.
No, I get that. Yeah, like I think it's super reasonable to be hit. Like even if they're 1 game below 500. Like the fact that if you enter into July at below 500. I think that's super reasonable to be hitting the panic button at that point.
Right.
Because it's like where we are now, at that point, more than halfway done the season, and you're still below 500, right? It's like if you haven't figured it out now, what instills me at all that you're going to figure it out on the back 9?
Yeah.
Your front 9 was fucking awful. Right, like
yeah, you had a couple great shots in there, but
majority of the time, it's like we're not getting off the tee box properly here. Like I just don't understand what would instill me with confidence. So yeah, you're right. Probably it's got to be a 10-6.
Yeah,
they need to get back to 500, and that's just to stay alive and be at 500.
Yeah, now and we still haven't gotten back over 500. Since the first week of the season.
It is a grind to literally just. To stop us from hitting the panic button. That's all they're doing. They're just kicking the can of the panic button down the road, but they're not actually like doing anything with it.
It's the same. It's the saying of like they're too good to be this bad, and they're too bad to be this good. Like they're just in this middle ground where it's like I don't know. They're just mid.
Called mid.
It's called mid.
It's called mid, and it sucks because and I really hope honestly that they don't enter trade deadline like this. Because like this, I don't know.
They're not buying.
I don't know what you do though. You're probably not even selling anyone either.
No.
You're probably just holding and letting all your assets rot away. Quick shout out here to Paige Willow 8 with a $27.99 donation. That is huge. Somebody's in the chat right there. They say, guys, you were doing a great job covering this team. My membership gifting isn't working. Please use this dono to gift a few memberships for me. Okay, we'll try to do that maybe next live stream. Because I don't want to screw around with it right here. I actually don't know exactly how to do that. But like maybe like in terms of our game watch alongs, we have a bit more freedom to screw around with that. But thank you so much, Paige. We do appreciate that. That is really, really kind of you right there. And we appreciate it's harder covering the team now than it was last year. Obviously, like it makes it a lot easier for us when they're playing a significantly better brand of baseball. They're not right now, and we I know we're like this. We've spent about 30 minutes now just being negative and harping on them. I don't like that. It's warranted.
Yeah.
I don't like it though, and I do genuinely hope that it changes.
Yeah, because honestly, if you guys are around for 2024, that was a tough thing to talk about, which was the team after the trade deadline. Like genuinely, it was like, what do we do? And honestly, like we started running out of people to blame. We started blaming the front office and stuff. And at this point, it's like, okay, like front office, we can say, zooming out, it's been pretty damn good for this team.
Started blaming the equipment manager because Vladdy's gloves weren't working. Like that's how bad.
We ran out of shit to say.
It's the equipment guy. It's his fault, because Vlad's it's going through his glove at first, like.
I know. All right, guys, let's crown the J of the Week, and then we'll move on to a couple other storylines. Before we crown the J of the Week, we got to give a shout out here to Interact, everybody. They are now sponsoring the new J of the Week Canada's team. You got to name a J of the Week for Canada's team. It's your money. Make it matter when you pay with Interact Debit. You can help keep more money with Canadian businesses. Make your money matter. Make a choice that helps small businesses. It's your choice. Support local and help your community thrive.
Yeah, and you know what? I think something really important about supporting small businesses, or I suppose anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that this is a small individual, or yeah. I'm trying. You see, so I'm trying to tee this up right here. Okay, this is a small individual, and not a lot of people expected a whole lot from him when he was coming back, right? And it kind of like a small business, you don't expect it. But then it shows up and it wows you because you gave it a chance.
Yeah.
This is Crown J of the Week.
Yep, it is Jay of the Week, and it is going to be a very small individual. Alejandro Kirk crowned Jay of the Week in just 2 games.
I guess big, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
But, yeah,
he's small.
He's
a small guy.
Yeah, dense. We'll say dense. But you know what, dude? Like what he did in the 2 games. I posted a short about this. Like, you gotta find a way to get his bat and Brandon Valenzuela's bat in the lineup. Like, that guy looks like himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that guy, his at bats look like Alejandro Kirk's at. I always, you knew it, right? Like, would we ever really, like, he's just so consistent. That's why I love him, right?
Yeah.
He's just so damn consistent. Vladdy's does this all the goddamn time. Alejandro Kirk,
well, actually,
stable.
Vladdy's doing this right now. He's just doing a nose.
No, that's true,
right?
actually. Yeah. I was thinking like season to season, Vladdy does this. But yes, you're right. Vladdy's doing one of these on the year so far. But Kirk is Mr. Consistent, right? And he goes out, it goes 4 for 7, 2 doubles,
2 RBIs,
2 RBIs, and 2 walks.
It's not a lot. I see a lot of people in the chat being like, "No, Okamoto's crazy." Hey, I gave you guys the opportunity to vote. Honestly, I would have said Okamoto just because, you know, he did play a large sample size, hit 2 bombs, led the team in OPS. But, like, you guys have to go vote, right?
Yep.
I gave you guys the 4 best players that stood out to me: Kevin Gausman, Cease, Alejandro Kirk, and Okamoto. And you guys said Kirk 1, Oki 2, Gausman 3, and Cease 4. So if you want to go vote, you got to go check out our Twitter the day of Monday Blue Jays Today's show.
Yeah, exactly. Make your voice be heard. If you feel like it's Okamoto or you feel like it's somebody else, like,
vote.
go ahead and do that. I mean, for me, yeah, definitely Okamoto had a great week, but, like, the fact that Kirk came back from injury after not playing for 2 months and, like, genuinely looked like the most dialed hitter on our team.
Right.
Like, that is massively impressive for me right there. So shout out to Alejandro Kirk. Find a way to get his bat and Valenzuela's bat in the lineup as much as you physically possibly can.
Well,
because I mean, those 2 guys might be the difference.
Well, actually, let's transition to that. That's a pretty good transition right there. We saw this clip over the weekend. Pretty exciting stuff. If you want to find a way to get Valenzuela in the lineup, it won't just be a DH. Maybe it could be first base. And right here, shout out to this individual who posted this, Slushy ZZN. Posted this of Valenzuela taking reps at first base, getting some pointers here on how to go and field the position. So, I mean, he played apparently 49 games in the minor leagues at first base, so there should be no reason why he couldn't play some first base.
That's great. Excellent. That's all. I mean, and you know what? I think that this, like, very minor Vladdy injury. Vladdy should be back, by the way, in Boston, but he was unavailable this weekend with the back soreness and what have you. But I think the very minor Vladdy injury kind of, like, I hope anyways, woke the Toronto Blue Jays up in a way and realized, like, oh shit, like, we don't really have any, like if he ever gets hurt, like, backup, who the hell would play first base for us?
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, who would actually do this for us for a long period of time? Don't think McAdoo is the right answer yet, but hey, Valenzuela, like, that would be an answer right there. Like, that would make sense to me, you know, and then you can get both of them in. You don't have to sacrifice your DH. You can still keep George Springer if you want him at the DH spot. So for me, if he's got that in his bag, hell yeah. I don't think that means that you just, you know, write him off from catcher at all, because, like, I still love him behind the dish, like, gunning people down.
So that arm can't be a first base arm.
No,
you know?
No, exactly. You don't want to waste it away over there. But on the days when you need Kirk catching, like, okay, like, that's how we get his bat in the lineup. And maybe if Vladdy's not feeling it yet, then that's what you do.
Yeah, hopefully he gets some more opportunities as we move forward. We got a shout out here to Cypher Hee with a $10 dono. Thank you, Cypher. Appreciate it. Saying, no matter what happens this season, I'll watch the Jays be wacky this whole season to the end, since I've discovered my love for baseball from the 2025 Jays with a heart. But for fuck's sake, hit more than one clutch hit, Jays. Yes, I think we can all agree with that, Cypher. We'll be here, Blue Jays Today, boys. We're going to be here as well. So if you're one of those crazy people like Cypher and ourselves that just love misery during bad seasons, you can come right here and we can all rant together.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, folks. We will be here the entire way, and I do just hope for everybody's sake that it gets a little bit better. Most exciting thing from yesterday's ball game, maybe John Schneider getting ejected. This was a pretty good one, actually, because did you watch this whole clip?
Yeah, I watched the whole
clip. So
clip.
He came out and he was, like, pretty civil for majority of it. And then it's like, he was walking back to the dugout, and he had like one final thing to say. He like remembered as he was walking back to the dugout. He had like he was like, I got to get this one final thing in.
Yeah.
And then that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And watch, he's going back.
He's going back.
And then he's like, wait, actually.
Yeah.
Let me get that one
and
thing
then
in.
gone.
And then gone. Yeah. And that's what did it. And then he went to town after that.
Oh, yeah.
Like he really unloaded.
And
so.
honestly, a lot of frustrations being let out right there, and the crowd was getting behind him. You absolutely love to see it. I love it when I see the manager gets his like 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents in, just keeps getting all his cents in the umpire once he gets tossed in the game.
But talk to me about the Jeff Hoffman balk call. Was that legit, or did the ump screw that up?
Man, he screwed up major. And even the Yes Network was talking about this, and their radio players, where they were saying, no wonder why John Schneider's absolutely upset, because it was not a good call at all. I'll show you the video right here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, hopefully we don't get any copyright strike. But I'll show you the video right over here. I mean, this is a classic move that should be legal and always has been legal. So he goes and he lifts his leg up. When a runner's at second base, you can come back, and you can actually already see his toe pointing towards second base, like he's going back. If you make a motion going forward, then it's a balk call, because if you make a motion going forward, you're committing to home plate. So he didn't do that. He went straight up and then went straight back. Like, that is going right back over the rubber, and he goes and looks back, Jazz Chisholm. And the thing that pisses me off the most here is that it was the umpire behind the plate making the call. Like, you're not in a position to see whether that leg goes across the rubber. That should be the guy at second base, the second base umpire, and he didn't make a single call. He didn't say a single word. So I think, yes, John Schneider absolutely deserves to be angry right there, because that was honestly a BS call. It didn't lead to anything. Hoff Daddy actually became Hoff Daddy, got out of that inning. But no, it's still kind of a BS call, and one of those things that you got to rectify.
Well, that's ultimately what John Schneider was pissed about, was the fact that it was the home plate umpire calling that, and not the second base umpire. And that, for me, is one of those calls where, why is the second base guy not talking with the home guy? And, like, why doesn't the second base umpire having a trump over what you're calling? And okay, maybe the home plate umpire calls it, but then they reconvene, they talk about it, and after, of course, discussing, you realize, oh no, the second base umpire had a much better view of this. It's clearly not a balk call. We are actually not going to call that play. Like, it feels ridiculous to me that somebody that can't really have a good vision of this makes the call, and then there's no review process of this.
Yeah,
like, why is there no reconvening and talking about it? Like in football, for instance, you have a pass interference call. The guys get together, they talk about it, because one guy sees one thing, another guy sees another thing. Then they make their final decision. Something like that needs to happen here.
Yeah, and it feels like they're just defending each other. Like, obviously the second base umpire doesn't want to show up as like home plate umpire. That's what it feels like to me. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of stupid. Like, you should be trying to get the right call, not just defending my umpire.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Effing team, against these guys. Like, no, like this should be the right call all the time.
Yeah, 100%, man. So honestly, it's like the process to make the call, in my opinion, I think needs to be a little bit different. Let's transition and talk about, I want to talk about John Schneider in a little bit, but let's actually bring this up. Just Bo Bichette, what's going on with him right now? This was a crazy report that came out over the weekend, everybody. Bob Nightingale, he reported that multiple baseball executives expect Bo Bichette to opt out of the final 2 years of his Mets contract after the season. And if you're not familiar with Bo Bichette's contract, let me familiarize you. He signed in the offseason a 3-year, $126 million contract. Now, that's not 3 years for the whole time. That's $42 million in year one, 42 in year two, 42 in year three. But after every single season, so after year one and after year two, Bo Bichette has the right as the player to say, actually, I think I want to go back to free agency. And that could make sense if he's playing really well. Is Bo Bichette playing really well?
No, he's not at all. Still got a negative WAR, and it's June 15th. When I first heard this, I immediately said bullshit. There's no way. There's no way that this guy would opt out of his contract playing this bad, because you're giving up $84 million for the remainder of that contract. You're giving that up right now. And yeah, sure, if Bo Bichette hit free agency, and let's say he's still played this bad, would there be a team out there that would give him maybe over 84 over a longer term deal? Maybe. Like, maybe someone takes a shot, but it's a low AAV, and that just kills the rest of your career. If I'm Bo Bichette, there's not a chance in hell that I'm opting out. I'm opting actually back in. I'm picking up my $42 million, and I'm waiting until I have a better year, because opting out after the second year makes a little bit more sense, because he'll be going into his age 30 season free agency after the final year. So if I opt out, have a great year, I'll be still 29 years old. Someone might be able to give me a little bit more than 42 guaranteed, of course.
Well, especially with the CBA coming up as well. Opting out before the CBA negotiations would actually be the dumbest thing that anybody can do, because you have no idea what the cap or the floor, or you just have no idea what's going to happen financially speaking with the MLB. So when you have already money in the bank, or soon to be in the bank in Bo Bichette's situation, it makes zero sense for him to opt out. The only way that this actually makes sense is if he hates the Mets so much that he is willing to sacrifice $84 million to leave that organization.
And I don't know about you guys, but I even if I hated my workplace, and if I'm guaranteed $42 million.
84?
Or 84, excuse me, for the next 2 years, I think I'm going to just, like, tough this one out. You know?
Maybe he misses Toronto.
Oh, boy, I saw people talking about that. Maybe we go get him. Maybe he wants to come back. I don't know if we're going to pay him that money, though.
Well, but here's the thing. Nobody would pay him that money. If he opts out, then he would need to understand that average annual value will just never, ever happen again for him. That was a ridiculous average annual value, even when he was playing well, let alone when he's playing terribly, which he is this season. So if he opts out, no one's giving him that AAV again. It would be I hate the Mets. Mm-hmm. I've had a total change of heart where now I want to go win. and I can't win here. I didn't realize that I couldn't win here until now, but now I'm realizing it, and I can't win here. But you know where I can win? Maybe Toronto.
Oh boy, I was about to say, I don't know if this is the greatest example of the year.
Well, but you know what? Okay, let me paint it this way. Okay, playing terribly in New York, always played pretty good in Toronto. Is there something to that, right? There is something to, players just sometimes they play really well with one team, they play really bad with another team. You see a really good player for a long period of time, go to another team, they play really shit, they go back to that old team, they play really good again. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's something to that. Is it worth $84 million to find out? Probably not.
Probably not. I love this comment by Ann Peacock. You could spray pepper spray directly on my arsehole for $84 million.
100%.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, I'm opening it up.
There is actually a lot of things that I would be willing to do for $84 million. Like a lot of like bad things.
Of course. Now I know you wanted to bring this up right here. John Schneider. A lot of people are putting blame on him for some questionable calls and questionable not calls, not pinch hitting guys, not bringing in the right bullpen pieces, some weird lineups. What would you say about John Schneider? How much of this season would you put on John Schneider?
For me, I mean, at the end of the day, the players still aren't doing it, right? It's the players on the field, and they are not executing. Vladdy is not executing. George is not executing. The injuries have been a problem. These are things that are out of John's control. However, the team is still a sum of John Schneider, right? He's the manager, and when they do really well, we give him praise. And when they do really poorly, we also have to criticize him. So it's a little bit of column A and it's a little bit of column B. I have noticed that recently some of the lineup cards, some of the lack of pinch hitting decisions, some of the just overall calls that are being made on the field, some of the bullpen decisions that are coming in, I'm scratching my head a little bit. I'm wondering why we're doing that thing, and sometimes they work, and then sometimes they just do not at all. I think John Schneider right now, honestly, he is just as much at a loss as all of us are with his team. He thought he knew what he had with these guys. He thought he knew what he had with Vladdy. He thought he knew what he had with George Springer. Now all of a sudden he doesn't, and it's like, what do I do? How do I manage this team right now? I thought I knew what these guys were. They're not that anymore. How do I adjust? I think that adjustment he's having a really hard time with.
Yeah, it's tough when your two best players go ghost mode and they're sitting at the top of the lineup, and when you look at the stat sheet, those aren't my two best players, but they've earned so much right for me last year to put them there, and I know that if this team goes, I need them to go. And I can't just start moving things around, but I think you're starting to see that a little bit right now in some of the decision making. Look, I sympathize with him. Like, I wouldn't know what to do either. I mean, I would probably make some drastic moves, but maybe they're the wrong moves, and maybe he's kind of questioning what is the right move right now to get this team back on track. Because all he could do is set the lineup cards, make some bullpen calls, and hope that the guys in the field do it. And they're not right now, so it's a tough look. So I wouldn't blame him for the season. It's obviously the players; they got to do well. But there is a lot of pressure right now on John Schneider.
I will say though, I think he's stuck in 2025 a little bit. I think a lot of the players are stuck in 2025 too. You were bringing that up earlier, but I think that John mentally is still stuck in 2025 and managing this team like it's the 2025 team. And because you're not getting the same production from some of those 2025 producers, it looks really bad. Mm-hmm. And yes, you're right. That adjustment from again, it's so hard to wrap my head around the fact that our two best hitters last year are now our two worst hitters. Yeah. And I think John is also having a hard time wrapping his head around that. But until he does, we're still going to be seeing these wacky lineup cards that don't make any sense. We're going to be overutilizing our good bullpen guys, which I don't really blame him for, right? It's like, I'd rather see Varland every day if I could, but then, his arm is going to fall off eventually.
Exactly.
John is not having his best season, but it's also not all just him.
Yep, gotta blame the players. At the end of the day, they're the ones that throw the ball, and they're the ones that swing the bat. Let's move on, guys. Let's talk about this upcoming series. We have a long Blue Jays Today show. I think we had to get a lot off our chest. That's what it feels like. There's a lot of frustration building up, but let's get into the the week series starting this Tuesday against the Boston Red Sox on Tuesday. You're going to have, and I'm flashing up right here, you're going to have TB2 versus Toll. But we know, if we just look at Fangraphs, that's going to be, I believe, Dylan Cease's start. Let me just confirm that for y'all. It is Dylan Cease going to be starting on Tuesday against Toll. And Toll, I don't know how to pronounce his name, He's decent. He can give you a lot of innings. The Boston Red Sox. He's having a pretty good season.
Yeah, he's having a great season.
But you can see right here, you can get a couple off him here and there. Obviously the 8 innings, 2 earned run against Atlanta was phenomenal. That's against a good Atlanta team. 3 earned run, 6 innings. He had a little bit of a scuffler against Atlanta again.
Last outing was bad, but that's Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's really good.
Exactly. So there is some vulnerability, and he's not shut down, but still overall the ERA is pretty good at 2.70. But Dylan Cease, pretty dang good in his own right. His return, he goes 6 innings and gives up 1 earned. What are your thoughts on this one? Where are you predicting?
Yeah, we're in Boston, which isn't great. Now we're on the road, right? And so usually for me, when a game or when a series is a 50-50, that's typically when I default to, well, are we at home or are we on the road? Mm-hmm. And when we were at home, that's why I gave us the Yankee series, actually.
Right, of course.
Because I was thinking yeah, damn, if we were in Yankee Stadium, I think we lose this one. Mm-hmm. Because we're at home, I'll just give it to us. Obviously, that didn't work. Mm-hmm. You gotta win the Dylan Cease games, though, right?
You gotta.
You gotta win the Dylan Cease games. So I'll say, yeah. I'll say that we win though, because of that. But damn, dude, are we gonna score on this guy? I don't know. But are they going to score? I don't know.
It's going to be low scoring. I mean, the Boston Red Sox, let's not forget, they are actually worse than us, and not many teams are. They're 29-40 on the season.
Terrible year, man.
I know. I actually genuinely, they got to be studied. This whole era of Boston Red Sox have got to be studied. I will also say that they get the win right here, and you just got to hope. Now, obviously, we don't have any bets for this game right now because they're not open yet, but tomorrow you can hop on to Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino and make a bet. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction, Canada's homegrown sportsbook. We found a really funny line.
What are you talking about funny? I think this could have...
You think this is gonna hit?
Yeah, I think this could hit.
So yeah, okay. So Nick thinks that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. still has a chance to lead the league in home runs. Kind of small right there, but Vladdy to lead the league in home runs. If you made a $1 bet, you'd win $251. So if you do the math, you make a $1,000 bet, you could win $251,000. Is that how that math would work?
That's how that would work. Yeah, that is exactly
that's a lot
how.
of money.
I know. Yeah. It's a huge multiplier.
And do you think it's going to hit? So I mean, it's
I don't think it's going to hit. It's just like, listen, you want to win the World Series? You want to go back to World Series?
Vladdy, just start literally. What would he have to do? Who's leading in the American League? Is it still Murakami?
Oh
no, it's Ben.
Well,
Ben
also is this? I think this is to lead the whole
MLB.
league. Yeah.
So Schwarber.
Yeah.
So Schwarber's leading at 23 or something like that.
Well, let's face it. You're gonna have to at least go over 50.
Yeah.
So he'd have to hit about
he
need to basically hit 50 in one half of the season.
Yeah. So he'd get 100 homer pace.
That's right. Yeah. He'd need to do it. He'd probably have to hit 50 in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would bring us all the way back. Oh, dude, that would be. Oh man, I'm making so many videos on that.
I am flabbergasted.
Some people will still say, "Well, get on us for clickbait." This isn't even clickbait.
No, that would be fucking nuts.
This guy's just Space Jammed everybody.
He's the
lead.
Yeah. But hey, if you buying into that, Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino, they have you covered with pitch by pitch, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Go to sportsinteraction.com/BJN to open an account. Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Let's get to game number 2, everybody. Also, I do see people in the chat saying that we beat Toll last time, so hell yeah. Okay, there you go. And we're both saying that we will with Dylan Cease on the bump. Drew Gamer saying that sounds like a good bet to make. You can do it. Shout out to Sports Interaction.
And now we've got a Max Scherzer start, maybe, potentially. I think so. I think he'll
it's going to be,
against, is this
Bennett, yeah. So Jake Bennett, he's got a 5.28 ERA. I don't think he's got. Yeah, he doesn't have many games under his belt at all. Well, so 3 games under his belt. He's had one good game and then 2 kind of rough ones. But then again, it is Max Scherzer who has had. I don't know if Max Scherzer's had a single good game this season. Actually,
right?
I would say,
no, I don't think so.
Maybe very early on in the year, he had one, but it's like. It's bad. It's really, really bad.
It's Max Scherzer up against the 29th ranked offense, Boston Red Sox. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Genuinely slot machine me for this game. Genuinely, I have no idea what's gonna happen. You got any predictions here?
I'm gonna bet on my guy Mad Max. I'm gonna say that Unk still has it for one more time. And he gives us a vintage one. He's healthy, apparently. That's the only thing I can hang my hat on. I'm gonna say that we win game 1 and we win game 2.
Yeah, I guess I'll go
on the road.
We're on this again, another coin flip matchup. You know what? I'm gonna say an L. I'm just gonna say we lose this one. I just can't buy into Max Scherzer starts this year, even though it's Bennett, and we don't know what we're gonna get from him. Even though it is the 29th ranked offense, Boston Red Sox. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a big bullpen day, and it's gonna be tough. So I'm gonna say L for that one. And then we got the final game of the series, Sonny Gray, and I believe he's going up against
Trey Savage.
Ooh,
it's gonna be a Savage. And Savage, correct me if I'm wrong, he's given up a few in the last little bit.
Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit lately.
So for me, this is my loss. I'm gonna say that we lose this final one here. Gray has what is that? Is that 8-1?
Yeah, he's 8 and. Let me pull up the bigger.
That's
8-1.
Yeah, 8-1 on a team that has only won 29 games is actually miraculous. Wow. So they find a way to win when he's on the bump, and I think Trey will be good, but I don't know if we're gonna get to Sonny Gray this time. So I'm gonna say that we lose this final one here, still win the series 2-1. But I don't know if that this last one makes a lot of sense for me.
Maybe I'm feeling the recency bias, but I'm gonna say a serious loss. I think we're gonna lose this one.
I
It's
mean,
coin
that's-
flip, but you know.
Sure, man. Dude, again, like we're not
bad.
good. Like we're not good. We're on the road. We're playing like dick. We can't hit with runners in scoring position. Like again, like none of this
fair.
matters if like you can get all the hits in the world, but none of it matters if you can't actually score them, and we can't. So I guarantee you that Boston, even though they're 29th in runs scored, is better at runners in scoring position than we are.
Yeah,
Because I know
exactly.
that we're last.
Yeah.
So
and like, you know, I just don't buy into it. You know, like is Vladdy, you know, even though he comes back in the lineup, like is he gonna be good? I don't know. Is George
Probably
gonna be
not.
Probably not. Like,
Like-
probably not gonna be good. Like shocker. But yeah, it's just. I'm gonna say we keep losing series, even though we're up against the Boston Red Sox. I'm gonna say we keep losing series until they prove otherwise, and that's it. Every coin flip, loss. That's what I'm saying.
a lot of times that's been the case.
Yeah, like prove me wrong. Like I'm tired. I'm so tired of being where we're at. It feels like we've literally been stuck here for what? We've been stuck here for a little over 2 months.
It's
in this,
effectively
like-
the whole season.
Yeah,
really.
like a little, 2.5 months of just.
It was after the Athletics series, we have been stuck here the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just been this like, okay, like but the American League's bad, so we're still in it, and there's still lots of time left in the season, and we've said that, and I remember when it was April, and like we went on that terrible stretch after the Athletic series, and it was like 4, 5, or 6 series losses in a row or something like that,
brutal.
and it was like, oh shit, like is this team in trouble? But everybody just kept saying it's like it's just so early, and they're injured, and like
Which was fair at
and
the
it's just,
time.
but it's been like the same excuses over and over and over and over again.
Now the excuse is Vlad and it's not even an excuse. It's just
No,
blame.
it's the reason.
It's the reason. It's Vlad and Springer. Like
Yeah.
if I were to summarize this Blue
and the
Jays
runners
season-
in scoring position.
Yeah, and the runners scoring position. But if I were to like just simply summarize it, it's like your stars are not starring.
Yeah.
That's it. They're not starring, and that's why they're in their position they are right now. But I'm starring right now a lot in this upcoming segment.
Let's spin it.
I'm starring pretty hard right now. Let's spin the wheel, everybody. It's time to spin the wheel.
Fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel
that we spin
every week.
that we spin every week. It's a wheel that we spin every week.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
God.
bad, guys.
Dude, for those who are just tuning in, we do these categories, and there's 3 points to win. I don't think you've won 2.
No, man. No, I haven't.
At all.
I have never won a single week. Every week it's either 2-1
Yeah.
or 2-0, or I mean I think once
one,
it was
1-1. Yeah.
one. Yeah. You know, so like I think I've tied once.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and again, chat, like, can we pull up what was
Yeah,
it was
I
last
think
week?
So I think I got them right here.
Yeah. So take a look at this, right? Like, so it was my week last week. It's my week last week, right?
Yeah.
I get 2. I get a bonus player again. I haven't won a single bonus player. I've had a bonus player like 4 times.
Yeah,
I think.
and you haven't won
won a
one.
single bonus
Does
player.
Clement had a better OPS,
Which is, you know, like what are you gonna do, right? Like
Yeah.
genuinely, like what are you gonna do? I feel like I'm making the picks right now. They're not like it's
not
over.
picking.
It's over now. It is
yeah.
over.
Yeah, like you won K batters. I mean, Okamoto's a slam dunk, and then Oki had 2 homers, and then the Clement thing, and that was literally all she wrote.
Yeah, it's over.
So
It's over. We're playing just for fun at this point. Like, hopefully, I can like just be like 500 for the rest of the year, and not like get totally. I mean, I'm already getting totally blown out. Nick, you had a bonus player. I know, Sophie. I know. I did.
And the sad thing is, it's my week again. And it's
Yep.
like you had the bonus player. You had
I'm spinning it. Like it's you
Yeah.
know, and I'm getting categories that I think are.
Oh, do the whole thing where you close your eyes and stop it. Yeah, that's what we found a new method for the wheel. We're gonna close our eyes and stop it, and it's OPS. Okay, OPS. I mean, fuck. I mean, you can literally spin a wheel on who to frickin' pick for OPS. In the last 15 games, let me just check right here. I'm just kind of bringing this up. Last 15 games, who is doing the OPS? Who's doing the OPS? Actually, I think I know who. I think it's been Oki, if I'm not mistaken. Ernie's at an 843. Oki's got a 945. Valenzuela's been really dang good.
How the hell did I lose last week with Clement?
Yeah, it was 7, and it was Clement had. Oh, they updated it. They got rid of the game. He had a really game on Monday. They got rid of it though. I did it this morning. He had a really great game on Monday. He had like fucking 4 for 4.
What did Valenzuela have?
He had like a 500 at that point. but they got rid of that game. Yeah, he had a 606. He wasn't that good.
Oh, this is questionable.
You can go check. You go check if you want. But yeah, so last 15 days, I'll let you pick OPS here. I feel like there's a couple categories I really want to slam dunk, so I'll let you pick this one.
I guess. Yeah, you know what? Screw it, right? Like I love. You know what? I love my guy, and
Kirky?
yeah, why not? Like I'm down by $1 billion anyways. Like it does, you know. Like I'm gonna pick my guys that I like and. Fuck it.
Fair.
You know, like anything that I choose anyways doesn't work. So like, you know, here's the thing.
Feels like it's like a Vladdy at the plate right now. Whatever I do doesn't work.
Yeah, but this is good because you know what? I was gonna pick Okamoto.
Right.
I know that that's not gonna work, and now you're gonna pick it.
I'm picking Okamoto.
Yeah, so you're gonna be
But
wrong
here's the
because
thing.
I would have picked it.
But here's the thing. Now that I've picked it, is the reverse? Is it the juju
Not
reversed
sure.
right here? I
don't know how that works. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. Category number 2 is gonna be bonus player. Bonus player for me. Bonus player for me. So I get to pick 2 right here, and that is gonna be K per 9. So I of course go first, and I will pick Dylan Cease.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Nick's comeback is officially started with the Kirk selection. Wouldn't it be? I mean, this would be this would be incredible, right? Like this would be history. I would be the GOAT if I could come back from this. I really would be the GOAT.
You want to see K per 9?
Yeah. Let me see this.
We got Ghazi's a little bit over. Savage been kind of slipping, honestly. I mean, Corbin's not that great, and then you got Cease. It's kind of it. What's got Scherzer? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just nobody is even remotely close to Dylan Cease, right? Like, it's not even like a contest. So you're saying Gausman, you're saying Trey. Yeah. So my first instinct was Trey, therefore we go Gausman.
All right, I'll go you Savage. Yeah, I mean, I would take Gausman too. Trey for a reason has not been striking out. Has not been striking out, guys.
Yeah. So we'll go Gausman because my first instinct was Trey Savage.
All right, there we go. And for the final category, it is going to be another bonus player. No, just kidding. We already spun that. It is going to be another bonus player. It's going to be OPS again.
How is this possible?
How does it keep happening? It's going to be walks. It's going to be walks.
We never get walks.
Yeah, we never get walks. That's a nice one. Okay, walks. Obviously, I am picking first on this one. I think Vlad actually does walk a lot, but let me just do my homework. Let me do my homework here. Springer walks a lot. Vlad also, wow, Springer walks a lot. He's been walking a lot lately, and in the last 30 days, the most. Okay, I'll go George Springer then. Now, is your first reaction Vlad, or are you gonna pick someone else?
Well, my first reaction was Springer, so good luck, you fucking you little idiot. Yeah, I was thinking Springer, so you're about to be screwed on that one. Let me see it again, because like we don't even know if Vlad's gonna be playing this week.
That's true. Last 15, it's Springer.
Nobody's walking.
No one's even close. Other than last 30, it's been Guerrero. You barely get playing time, and like you'll be splitting. You're not playing.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess it has to. Like, it literally is. That's the thing. Like, this was what keep happening. I keep getting forced into these picks, and I know I'm gonna lose. So.
I don't know, but you thought Springer first, so.
Yeah, I did think it.
But
all right,
that's the wheel, everybody.
That is the wheel, folks. That looks like a nice little 2-1 there somewhere.
Maybe a sweep.
Could be a sweep. Wait, actually.
2-1 for you, or
2-1 for you. Yeah, 2-1 for you.
I don't know. Maybe the reverse thing works. Maybe it works. You never know, right?
Well, we will see, everybody. I could go Kirk, but I want Kirk for OPS. I think he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit this week.
Right.
He's gonna go hard on the hits, folks. Hit that like, smash that subscribe button. We're gonna be live not tomorrow night, but the following evening on Wednesday for the second game of the Boston series. Have lots of shorts and videos coming out this week, but we appreciate all of you. I know it's tough times right now. Hopefully, next Blue Jays Today show is a very different one.
Yeah, we gotta hope so. We gotta hope for, if we get a series sweep on the road, bang, one game below 500. We're back up again, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Also, shout out to all of our YouTube members. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And as always,
go Jays, go!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll be live at noon on Mondays and Fridays for more Blue Jays Today shows.